Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. So the first card we have is the Page of Wands. You've got some fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius, an Aries, or even a Leo. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords showing up in the reverse. So the Six of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of kind of going through what could feel like a bit of a tough time within a connection with somebody. I do feel like with this card showing up in the reverse, this could actually be a sense of having had left something unaddressed and having that being something that's kind of resurfacing and being in a space to kind of work through somewhat of a tough time. But I do also feel that with this card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of also feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the situation as well. I do feel like though when it comes to the way the person that you are dealing with or the person you are in connection with feels about you, with the Page of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who is in a space where I do feel like they have feelings for you. I do also feel that when it comes to those feelings, this does feel like an energy of actually being quite enthusiastic when it comes to the way that they feel about you. It's something exciting, and also it can be something quite passionate or based off of something passionate. I do feel like with the Page of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also kind of a sense of this person is infatuated by you, is what I'm getting. I do feel like though with the Eight of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of really being focused and even very determined to be able to get to a certain place work-wise and kind of focusing your energy there. And there could even be a goal that you want to reach or meet and accomplish. I do feel like with the Eight of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of having your mind really focused and also being in a space where it's like you are more so in the zone, especially when it comes to focusing on yourself or on your goals. And I do feel like this is a sense of also could be a sense of trying to distract yourself from the Six of Swords energy showing up here at the bottom of the deck. But with the Six of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like an energy of trying to really balance things in a connection with somebody. I do feel like there is a desire to be able to get to a stable place and also to be able to have what feels like a supportive flow between the two of you within a connection. I do feel like with the Six of Pentacles showing up over here, this feels like a sense of trying to have a equal give and take within a connection and trying to have fairness with that. I do feel like when it comes to the person you are dealing with, this does feel like an attempt to be able to kind of have fairness and balance within this connection in a way that feels like it's supportive. I do feel like also being able to work through tough times. This feels like an energy of somebody showing up is also being wanting to work through the tough times instead of avoiding them or leaving the situation altogether. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Page of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress card. So the Empress card showing up over here, this does feel like a very positive energy for anything creative. I do feel like there's a sense of also trying to create a connection with somebody. I feel like a relationship as well, and trying to really create being able to get to a harmonious space within a connection. With the Empress card showing up over here, this feels like a good sign for being able to get there. I also feel that with the Empress card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to experience the sense of being able to handle the situation with grace. And do you feel like things do work out? So do you feel like, as far as even being able to have what is a conversation, or there is a need for a conversation, especially surrounding some kind of a situation that may have been put off for very long? With the Empress card showing up over here, this feels like an open energy as well as a receptive energy to hearing that. But with the 10 of Swords showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's trying to hold on. I do feel like when it comes to even being able to get through a tough time, it's not defeating the situation altogether. I do feel like there's a sense of somebody being in a space of being quite hopeful and also desiring to be able to keep things together. With this 10 of Swords showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of also being able to get through the hardest times in connection. I do feel like this person is quite invested, and I do also feel that it's going to take a lot to kind of shake them. I do feel like with the Page of Swords showing up over here, though, this does feel like an energy of being in a space where there is a sense of a desire for being able to have communication. I do feel like communication is going to play a part when it comes to being able to overcome a situation. But I do feel like when it comes to having all parties involved, I do feel like there's a sense of also having that overwhelming energy that could actually slow things down. But with this Page of Swords, this does feel like an energy of putting an effort towards being able to have an open communication as well. I do feel like with the Page of Swords showing up underneath this 8 of Pentacles, this also feels like an energy of somebody trying to be able to find out more about where your mind's at and trying to find out what you're doing. I do feel like with that 8 of Pentacles, this may also feel like you are showing up as more unavailable in this connection because of your focus being elsewhere. But with this Page of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have an open discussion. I feel like there's a conversation that is on the horizon, or that is necessary. But I do feel like with this Knight of Swords showing up over here, that there is also going to be communication. I feel that with this Knight of Swords showing up underneath the 6 of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of somebody trying to meet you halfway, somebody trying to reach out. I also feel that with this Knight of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of somebody who's in a space where they have their mind made up over something. So I do feel like they are coming forward with information. I do also feel that this person is quite decisive and also quite determined. Although with the Knight of Swords, this does feel like a bit of a hasty energy. So I do feel like this person is trying to act quickly when it comes to being able to reach out. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Wedding card. We have Release Your Ex. And we have Retreat. So with the Wedding card showing up over here, this does feel like hopeful energy. I also feel that it's a very optimistic outlook on your whole entire connection. I do get this pertaining to this Page of Wands. This does feel like an energy of looking at things with a lot of optimism, a lot of enthusiasm. I also feel that this is a very unjaded energy when it comes to what this person expects out of this connection and where it could lead. I do also feel that with this 10 of Swords showing up in the reverse, it feels like an energy of being able to get through difficult times within this connection. I feel like this person takes you quite seriously and takes this connection very seriously as well with the Wedding card. This does feel like an energy of being able to actually have a commitment within a connection. I do get that there is a desire for that, and I do feel like this person thinks about this when it comes to your connection. They think about being able to connect and also to commit in a higher way, or in a more official way as well. I do feel like with the Empress card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of having an outlook on somebody in a way that is like they see you high regards. It's like they're keeping you on a pedestal. They do think quite highly of you. I do feel like they're very attracted as well. You may also be very attracted to this person, but I definitely think they want to build something meaningful with you and create something. And I do feel like there is the potential for having that growth and expansion when it comes to being able to create anything between you. I do feel like though the release your ex card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being in a space of having what feels like past traumas also being something that's contributing to the present, especially as far as even just perception wise. I do feel like with the release your ex card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to actually free yourself. And I do feel like you may be in a space where you are kind of able to be more so open with somebody once you're able to let go of something that is no longer serving you. I do also feel this could be the person you're dealing with's energy, but this does feel like the past also having a little bit of a hold on someone. And with the Page of Swords showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of an outside person also wanting to be able to find out what's going on within. So this also feels like being in a space where I do feel like when it comes to a past connection or when it comes to somebody outside of this connection, kind of having an influence based upon just kind of living rent-free in your mind. I do feel like with the release your ex card showing up over here, there is an intention to be able to move forward. I do feel like there is a sense of being in a space of being able to clear that energy. And I do feel like when it comes to being able to do that, this feels like a sense of being able to have an open space for much greater things to happen and to take that place. And I do feel like with the wedding card, this does feel like a more promising energy as well. But with the retreat card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of withdrawing. I do feel like this may be something temporary. I also feel that this does also feel like a sense of being able to experience getting to know someone on a deeper level without any distractions from the outside world. So I also get this pertaining to this Eight of Pentacles. This does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where work is taking up a lot of time or is also taking up a lot of energy. And I do feel like it could actually be also contributing towards a bit of a disconnect. So with this retreat card showing up over here, this feels like having private time with somebody, of being able to actually give them that undivided attention. And I do feel like also being able to get this supportive energy from this connection when it comes to also being able to get there, or what allows for being able to take that time off for being able to carve out that space for this connection. I do feel like with this retreat card showing up over here, this feels like an energy of being able to also experience, being able to get closer to someone or being able to actually get to know them on a deeper level. Feel like it's cultivating that sense of intimacy. There could also be this desire that this person wants to be able to actually have that with you. And I do get that with this retreat card showing up over here by the Knight of Swords. It does feel like an energy of somebody who's in a space where it's like they want to offer that to you. They want to express that to you. And with this Knight of Swords, I do feel like this is an expressive energy as well. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.